Introduction. Mathematics is a very important aspect of our daily lives. You need to calculate certain things while coming to school or going out with your family. As you are already familiar with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, we will apply the same knowledge to writing simple logical programs. Let's start. Addition. What should you do to perform a mathematical addition? You need two numbers, let's say 3 and 2. And if you add 3 and 2, you get another number, that is the answer, 5. While writing code, you just need to create space for these three numbers or integers. That space is called a variable. We can define a variable in Python as follows. num1 is equal to 3, num2 is equal to 2, and num3 to store the addition of the first two, result. Then you can print the value of num3 by using print. Same program in Blockly.
In this program, we will learn how to add two numbers using block coding in Blockly. Firstly, open the Blockly online editor. Now, click on Variables option and then on Create Variables. A dialog box will appear where you can enter a name of a variable of your choice, let's say num1. Repeat this step to create two more variables, num2 and num3, as we need two variables for addition and the third one for the result. As we can see, three variables are created in the program. Now, select the Set num2 block and place it on the white area. Go to Math option, take a value block and put it in front of the Set num2 block. Do this step for the second variable as well. Now, num1 is set to 3 and num2 is set to 2. Go to the Math option again, select this operational block and place it in front of the Set num3 to block. Now replace the values with the variables, that is num1 and num2, like this. Go to the Text option and select the print block and place it below the three blocks like this. Select num3 from Variables option and place it in front of the print statement like this. Our program is ready now. We can run the code. Here is the output, 5, which is the sum of num1 and num2. After this, you can click on the Python tab. Here, the code is generated automatically. You can always check the text-based code after doing your block coding.
Subtraction. Let us do the same for subtraction. If you subtract 3 and 2, you will get another number, that is 1, as an answer. Again, you need to create three integers. num1 is equal to 3, num2 is equal to 2, and num3 to store the subtraction of the first two. Then you can print the value of num3 by using the print. Same program in Blockly.
In this program, we will learn how to subtract two numbers using Blockly. We will repeat the steps we did for addition. Let's see them one by one. Now we are almost done. Just we need to change the operator in the operational block. Right now it's plus. Just set it to minus. Run the code to check the output. 3 minus 2 is 1. You can also check the Python code generated due to the blocks.
Multiplication. If you multiply 3 and 2, you will get another number, that is 6. Again, you need to create three integers. num1 is equal to 3, num2 is equal to 2, and num3 to store the multiplication of the first two. You can print the value of num3 by using print. Same program in Blockly.
In this program, we will learn how to multiply two numbers using Blockly. We will repeat all the steps we did for addition and subtraction. Let's see them one by one. Now we are almost done. Just we need to change the operator in the operational block. Right now it's minus. Just set it to multiply. Run the code to check the output. 3 into 2 is 6. You can also check the Python code generated due to the blocks.
Let your code decide true or false. Have you ever thought about an ice cream in chilly winter afternoon? Well, if you are well, then you may say yes, and if you have cold, you will say no. You can create such if and else programs using if statement. Requirements. To make this program, we need to have one variable and an if condition. Let's understand what an if statement is. When we need to check a condition, whether it is true or false, we use an if statement. Syntax: if condition. Statement: operator greater than. Description: greater than, true if the left operand is greater than the right. Syntax: x is greater than y. Let's try the same program in Blockly.
In this program, we will understand the use of if statement using blocks. Create any variable, let's say num1, and place set num1 to block in the white area. Go to the math option, choose a value block and put it in front of the set num1 to block like this. Go to the logic option and drag the if do block into the white area. Again go to the logic option, choose this operational block and place it in front of the if block like this. Now we have to check whether num1 is greater than 100. For this, firstly we will change the operator to greater than as shown here. Now we will go to the math option to pick a value block and place it here in the operational block and change its value to 100. Now our if condition is ready. We can print a statement corresponding to it. Run the code. You can see that the number is greater than 100.
If num is greater than 100 is true, message number is greater than 100 will be printed, and if num is greater than 100 is false, then nothing will be printed. If we want to print the alternate statement, then we can use a combination of if and else. Syntax: if condition. Statement 1. Else. Statement 2. Same program in Blockly.
Program, we will understand the use of if and else block. We will do the same steps as per the previous program. We will set the if condition, then print statement. Now the important step here is this one, where you have to click the star button in the if block and then pick the else block and place it below the if block. Again, we have to click the star button. Now you can observe the else part is there and we can write our corresponding print statements. Run the code to see the answer.
How to check whether a number is odd or even? Simply divide the number by 2, and if the remainder is 0, it is an even number. And if it is not 0, then the number is an odd number. So let the number to be checked be 17, and we will create a variable called num to hold the value. Same program in Blockly.
In this program, we will check whether a number is odd or even using Blockly. Firstly, set num1 to a value, let's say 17. Go to Logic section, choose If Do block and place it below the Set num1 to block. Click Star button to make the if-else block. Go to the text section and choose Print block and place it in front of Do block. Repeat the step for Else block as well. Now run the program. As our number is 17, Else block will execute. Here is the output.
Observation. If condition is evaluated to either true or false, that is, if num modulus 2 is equal to 0, if this condition is true, then the statement print even will execute, printing text even as the answer. On the other hand, if it is false, then the statement print odd will execute, printing text odd as the answer. So this leads to the understanding of another type of variable. Boolean. Boolean is a type of value that can be either true or false. In Python, it's true or false with capital T and F. Same program in Blockly.
Program to find the greatest between two numbers. Take two variables a and b. Initialize a equals to 20 and b equal to 15 as shown here. Go to the logic section and choose if-else block and place it below the two variables. Add the else block by clicking star button as shown here. Go to the logic section and select the operational block. Go to variables section and put a and b in the operational block like this. Change the operator to greater than so that we can test that if a is greater than b or not. Go to text section and put the print block in front of if and else block like this. Run the code, and as you can observe, 20 is actually greater than 15. That's why if condition will run and the output is a is greater.
Modulus operator, remainder. The percentage symbol in Python is called the modulus operator. It returns the remainder of dividing the left-hand operand by the right-hand operand. It's used to get the remainder of a division problem. Same program in Blockly.
Program to find the remainder of an expression using modulus operator. Initialize two variables, let's say a equals to 5 and b equals to 2. Now take another variable c to store the result of the expression. This is an important step. Go to Math section, select remainder of block and place it in front of set c2 block like this. Go to variables section and select a and b variables and put them in the remainder of block like this. Go to the text section and select a print block and place it below the remainder of block. Now go to text section again and select create text with block and place it in front of the print block. Again go to the text section and select empty text block and place it in front of the Create Text With block. Go to Variables section, select C block and place it with print block like this. Run the code. You can see that 5 when divided by 2 will give 1 as remainder. Click on Python tab to see the text-based Python code of the same program.